Hello, I'm Jane from Loopy's Place and I'm coming to you from my studio here in Sheffield. Today I thought I'd talk about cutting fabric. It's something that I think I take for granted sometimes. I've done it for so long you get into a habit and you forget that sometimes people struggle with it. Noticed on a lot of the classes that I've been doing, when we come to our squares or pieces for our fabric, people are cutting out the individual ones and trying to go round the ruler. So let's have a look, see how we can make this easier. So I've got some scrap fabric here just to demonstrate what we're finding that people are doing. So I've got a piece of fabric cut out here. So somebody, say, wants a 3-inch square. So they may put that on there, measure that out, and then they go up here and across there, and I've seen then some people then trying to cut this bit here. If you notice here, I've got a line that's going up where it's overshot, corners that haven't cut, and you end up with bits of fabric like that, which can be wasteful, and it makes it very difficult then when it comes to doing the next stage. Just need my long ruler. I'm just going to cut this off. Cut that off there. So the best thing to do, instead of cutting around your ruler and trying to get an accurate shape from it, that's very difficult. However, if we go on to 3-inch square, we've got our straight edge, and I'm going to lay the ruler across, and I'm cutting from bottom to top a 3-inch strip. Now what that does, I can now turn this round, get my smaller ruler. I'm going to cut these pieces a bit longer so I can tidy that up. I can cut that piece off, and turn around, and I can straighten that off, and then I'm left with a strip that I can subcut into the sizes that I need. So that makes it easy when it comes to cutting. The other issue that I find is understanding the rulers, and some rulers are more difficult to read than others. I'm using the So Easy quilting rulers, and this one is the Easy Quilting from Simplicity. Now what I like about this is you've got these very definite arrows for marking the whole inches. You've got these little arrows here that mark the half inches, and you've got these guidelines all the way through. Got a nice 45-degree angle there, which helps when you're coming down to trimming blocks. So if I put it that way, it might be upside down for you, but it's the right side for me. I can measure up here the sizes easily. I've got my 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch and 1/8 inch, and it's easy to read throughout the whole ruler. Because it's black, one colour is a lot easier. Some are more difficult, and it's the same on this one. Our 1/4 inches are well marked. This has on some of them the 1/8 inch marked, but this ruler I'm generally cutting whole inches or 1/2 inch anyway. Don't generally cut 1/8 inch. So it may be worth just spending a bit of time looking at your ruler, getting it into your head, what it's telling you, what the marks are. It's very difficult as well with the time that we're living in. So let's just have a think about it. So when I went to school, I started off with imperial, and I was at that crossover with going into metric. For those younger than me, it was metric at school. And now quilting, we're involved in a craft here in the UK that uses imperial measurements to do the quilting and the patchwork. We have to buy fabric in metric, so we're dealing with metres and centimetres, and that can make it very difficult then to translate what we're doing. It's a lot harder for those who are using metric measurements in everyday life, when they're used to using metric and can't understand the relationship or to visualise what a quarter of an inch means, what an inch means. But that all comes from practice. It doesn't mean that you won't get it. It just needs a bit of practice, and making sure that you've got a ruler that is easy to read will help that. So what have we learnt? We've learnt to cut our fabric into strips. Don't try and cut round our rulers to get our shapes. We're going to be asking for trouble because we can't get an accurate measurement on it. Our corners don't get cut properly, or else we cut into the rest of the fabric. So when we come to cutting the next piece, we've got to avoid that, so it leads to waste. Cut a strip and then subcut it so that we are getting the best use from our fabric, and we're also getting accurate pieces. We need to get to know our rulers, get to know what the markings are and where everything is. Choose a ruler that is clear and that you can see and understand quickly. If you're struggling to see where the numbers are and what the lines mean, then maybe it's worth just changing to a different one. And you very quickly become used to one sort of ruler, as I've found going through from class to class. And the other thing is, spend some time getting used to the fact that we're using imperial measurements when it comes to our patchwork. In the UK, we need to buy in metric, but we're cutting and sewing with imperial measurements, and so we might just need to spend a bit of time getting used to what those inches, half inches, quarter of an inch, eighth of an inch looks like, and how we can get that accurately on our machines too. It may seem a lot to take in, and it may seem it's taken a long time, but I can assure you it just comes with practice. The more you do, the more confident you'll be, and the more accurate your sewing will be. I hope you found that useful. If you have any other questions, put them in the comments below. These are some of the things I will be dealing with in my new quilting workshop. Details of where you can find out more information, that will go in the comments below. Do make sure you subscribe to my channel. If you hit the bell below, it means that you'll get notifications when new videos are uploaded. I'll be back very soon with some more information for you. In the meantime, do take care. Bye for now.